You can unmute.
Fantastic. Hey, happy Friday to everybody. It's a fantastic way to start the day out. For me here in Wyoming, it's just 10 a.m., but I'm certainly not starting the day out. I've already been to the hardware store. We've already got a bunch of things underway. It's the weekend. My goodness, it's like Corleen was just stating, we are halfway through this year. And wow, June has been on fire. We're going to have another record-setting month here with Engage, and it's a result of just new excitement. A lot of new people are coming in and saying, "I didn't know this existed." But the only reason those new people are a part of us now is because we've got some of y'all that have been around here for a while that are reaching out, making friends, uh, creating conversations where we can then follow up with education. Yesterday, Dr. Prasad sent out to me, and so I immediately forwarded it on to our leaders, a reprint, an actual PDF of his latest paper. It was just published here in June, and has to do with one of his passions. I know he has been speaking around the world as it relates to the core four, whether it's Alzheimer's, whether it's diabetes, whether it's just life extension, but a big focus on cancer as well, not as it relates to the entire core four, because we want to eliminate the collagen, because there are cancers out there that will feed on collagen peptides. And yeah, I still love these graphics that Jonathan put together for us. And if you were to go back and just last month look at the emphasis and the focuses that Jonathan put on high dose antioxidants, it comes down to this picture: cancer metabolism, an engine requiring two fuels. And those two fuels are glucose and glutamine. And you can see right there, if you could spotlight me there, Coraline, or give me co-host controls, I could see this a little better on my screen. But yeah, this is what we're talking about, and we're going to go into Dr. Prasad's paper and just substantiate this. But just having this, if you do a screenshot of it, if you just in your mental capacity, just hold on to this: cancer metabolism. Okay, metabolism means that, that growth, that's sustaining. And what is it? It says an engine requiring two fuels. All cancer cells, regardless of the type or stage, says all cancer cells, regardless of the type or stage, are absolutely dependent upon these two specific fuels to survive, produce energy, and divide. And so that's what metabolism is producing energy, dividing so that they are surviving. But there is a vulnerability. Down there at the bottom, you can see if you cut off the supply of both glucose and glutamine, the cancer cell loses its ability to function and essentially starves to death. I love that Jonathan put this together, because visually we can see it, and if we can see it, we can describe it, and if we can describe it, we can educate others on it. So when it comes down to this, the antioxidant blockade, also the previous one was about this is how a cancer cell survives, but we go into a targeted starvation. We block the uptake of glucose. So no longer can the glucose go in to feed that cancer cell. No longer can the glutamine go in to feed that cancer cell. So there on the right-hand side, it says high therapeutic doses of multiple antioxidants completely block the cancer cell from absorbing glucose and glutamine. It's just that easy, that resulting in targeted starvation, because they cannot eat. The cancer cells shrink and begin to die off. Now, down there where you've got that little healthy check mark, it says healthy normal cells are completely unaffected by this specific biological blocking mechanism. So you're saying, wow, our body is smart enough to understand. Well, no, it's the cancer cells don't get it. You know, they require glucose and glutamine. And let me just give you kind of a little, for instance, when we go in, and there's so many people that are just so excited about their next PET scan. Okay, so what is a PET scan? Little education here on this. A PET scan is nothing other than radioactive dye, radioactive dye being injected into your bloodstream. And then they give it a little while. Some wait a little longer, some not as much. But why are they waiting? You put that radioactive dye in, and what are they looking for? They're looking for those stupid cancer cells that are so ravenously hungry for sugar that they start consuming that sugar. They are feeding on that sugar. It's just, they're drawing it to them. And when they start consuming all of that sugar and they're eating it so fast, and you can just imagine, like one of those characters out of Ghostbusters where it's just stuffing its mouth with everything. That's what then they do a scan and they look to see where that radiation is higher. I mean, where cancer cells have sucked it into them and they're feeding on it. Okay, the cancer cells are so stupid that they don't know that, but that's what they just love that sugar. And so that's what a PET scan is. You guys, just in a brief explanation. And yeah, so when we're dealing with starvation, we're shutting off that cancer's ability to even feed. It's like we're closing its mouth. Down there at the bottom on this slide, it says multiple types of antioxidants are required because some specifically block glucose while others target glutamine. Both pathways must be blocked. Okay, so I'm going to just as part of education here for our team, where does glutamine come from? Anyone? Do we know where glutamine comes from? We understand sugar, we understand glucose, and so we help people eliminate the sugar from their diet, but where does glutamine come from? Anyone?
Isn't it from the same place the glucose come from?
No, no,
No, it's not from the
a little
spleen,
different.
from the pancreas.
No,
Hmm.
no. Where does glutamine come from? Why is glutamine um, produced by the body? That would probably be a better question. Why does the body pump out glutamine?
Glutamine is naturally occurring storage protein found in seeds of certain cereals.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
is it
Okay. So
um,
glutamine is produced by the body when the body is in a state of stress.
oh wow.
So yeah, we are partially correct there. We can eliminate some glutamine in our diet, but our body that's its stress response. It's kind of like when we get that cortisol response. Okay, glutamine is a cousin to that, and so glutamine is produced by the body when the body is in a state of stress, anxiety, worry, fear, concern. And that's why Dr. Prasad, along with this protocol to deal with cancer, he has highly recommended what? It's a boost product that comes in a little white label bottle and the little white
CBD.
capsules.
CBD.
Exactly. Coraline, star on your forehead. That is exactly what we're doing. So if we can eliminate the amount of sugar that we are consuming, and then we provide our body that ability to lower its stress response. Okay. we're lowering the amount of glutamine that is in our system. And so we go back to, again, let's look at those slides. I just love how it puts that together. We block glucose, we block glutamine, but then what can we do on our end? Well, we can eliminate the amount of sugar that we're taking. And then as far as the glutamine is concerned, we can lower the body's natural stress response. And again, that natural stress response, so many of us can visualize it again as lowering our emotions, because the body definitely responds when it is in a state of fear. It responds to anxiety. It responds to worry. It responds to it responds to anger. You know, you get really ticked off at someone or ticked off at a certain situation, the body is going to respond by producing more glutamine. Well, it's feeding the cancer. Big Pharma understands this, and that's why they want to constantly keep you thinking about your cancer. They want you to, first of all, own it. Second of all, they want you to never really consider it being completely gone. So they're going to call you a survivor. And then they go in and how often do they want you to have a PET scan? You know, feed your body full of more glucose, but this just happens, this glucose is full of radiation. We already know that all radiation causes additional cancer in the body. And then they get you worried about the outcome of that test. It's just, it's, if you step back and you understand the power that we have with this knowledge that Dr. Prasad has given us, it is truly amazing. And I didn't want to get off on this this soapbox too much, but you really need to go out and share this information with others. So really, there is a double advantage, a dual action response, and that comes down to, listen, taking the microdaily EMF does this. It produces a shield around the healthy cells. So the focus there on the left-hand side, the mechanism is antioxidants sweep up and neutralize the free radicals generated, and Jonathan put on here, chemo and radiation. Okay. Well, what if you're not doing chemo and radiation? Well, it's still going to get rid of the what does Dr. Prasad talk about? Microdaily simultaneously reduces oxidation and inflammation, and both of those things affect the cells. So what is the outcome here? It protects and fortifies the healthy cells. It severely reduces the treatment side effects. So somebody who is going through chemo or radiation, nausea, hair loss, protecting the host's healthy tissue. So instead of going out there, so many people are already, they've just succumbed to it. They say, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and do this. Well, why can't we help your body through that process? Because look, this is what can happen when you take the microdaily EMF. And then if we look over on the right-hand side, the malignant cancer cells. Okay, so the antioxidants barricade glucose and glutamine from the metabolic pathways. That's blocking them off. The outcome is it starves and weakens, making the cancers highly vulnerable to the finishing blows of conventional treatment. So instead of saying, there's so many people out there where we're trying to get them to not decide to do the traditional treatments. And all we need to do is just educate them there and say, you're going to have a better result if you include this in. And in fact, if you add probiotics with prebiotics to it, this becomes that missing link. You're restoring the microbiome. You know, the body was originally designed to fight off cancer. And how does it do that? Through its own immune system. And if 80% of our immune system comes from our gut, and our guts are so out of balance, it's called dysbiosis, we're not getting the assistance from the body's own natural defenses. and weaponization mechanisms that go out there and kill the cancer. Okay. So what do we want to do? And Jonathan has put this together in a little circle wheel here. Again, he's focusing on those people that we know are going to go through with chemo and radiation. And what happens when you're doing chemo and radiation? It damages the stomach and the intestinal lining, which even further exacerbates the dysbiosis. Okay. Causes intestinal dysbiosis. They're number 2 over the 3 o'clock time frame there on this little circle. Harmful bacteria outnumber the good. Okay. And then down there, the 6 o'clock, number 3, it says dysbiosis actively interferes with treatment efficacy and increases toxic side effects. So, yes, I mean, how else is the body going to respond to being burned with radiation or poisoned with chemotherapy? Well, we're offering, as part of Dr. Prasad's protocol, that ability to restore the microbiome. That's probiotics and prebiotics. It breaks the dysbiosis cycle and improves treatment tolerance. So it's targeted. Dr. Prasad knows exactly which ones that are there. There's 14 different genus, species, and strains of probiotics. So those are the microorganisms that exist within Dr. Prasad's formula, 14 of them that go in there. And then he also has included those microorganisms' favorite diet. And their favorite diet is 5 different prebiotics, 5 different fibers. Now, I know we all need to go out there and eat a diet high in fiber, but do you know which type of fiber, which microorganism likes the best? Or maybe you could get too much of one fiber and not enough of another. That's why it's so just critical that we educate people about Dr. Prasad's approach. First of all, let's go back, and what are we doing? We are starving the cancer cells by blocking glucose and glutamine. We can assist the outcome of the microdaily by reducing the sugar in our diet. We can also assist the microdaily and our body in getting to a state of calmness, eliminating the anger and the worry, the fear, the concern, the stress. Okay. And then we go down, we add the probiotic to it. And what happens? We get a complete support of our body's ecosystem. First of all of us should want to shield our healthy cells. That's over there on the left-hand side. Those that are experiencing cancer or precancer or other situations, we want to block, like cut off the glucose and the glutamine to starve any cancer cells. Maybe those that are just free flowing around there in our body, because Dr. Prasad has told us all of us have cancer cells in our bodies. All of us. And some of them have been growing for 10, 15 years. Well, let's reduce that number, because it may not be all of the cells just there in a targeted tumor situation. Let's get rid of them in our entire body, and then we prepare that soil down there at the bottom with our gut, restoring gut microbiome to reduce toxicity and maximize treatment efficacy. It's just an entire different way of looking at it. Now, I bring up Dr. Prasad's latest paper. This is the one that he just sent to me yesterday. And right here, this is it's from Juniper Publishers, Cancer Therapy and Oncology International Journal. Okay, so this journal goes out to all oncologists. It's part of what comes in their email. It's part of what comes, that those who want a physical copy of it. And so if they want the latest and the greatest in Cancer Therapy and Oncology International Journal, Here we have Dr. Prasad's article dated June this month, 25 days ago. And it says supportive use of high dose antioxidants with probiotics would, not could, would enhance effectiveness of chemo and radiation therapy while protecting normal cells. How many people out there, if you just said, hey, I'm sorry about your cancer, I heard about it, I know that you're going to be doing these types of things, can we just assist this? Can we just go out? Here is an article published June 5th of 2026. So 20 days ago, 25, 20, 21 days ago, published in the Cancer Therapy and Oncology International Journal. Supportive use of high-dose antioxidants with probiotics would, not could, would enhance effectiveness of chemotherapy and radiation while protecting normal cells. I can't begin to stress upon you where we're at in the history of the world, where we're at with humanity, and the gift that we have, that ability to go out there and say, please just listen to this. And it goes on. This is just the first page, and I've zoomed in on it so that you can see the title of it. But it goes on and speaks in such scientific, high-end medical professional language as to what it is. Dr. Prasad breaks down the entire formula of microdaily EMF when it comes to beta carotene, retinol, quercetin, resveratrol, coenzyme Q10. You can just see a number of them there on the page. It goes in and it says the requirement of glutamine. So if you really want to understand what glutamine is, read through this, download it yourself, get it out there. And it says, Dr. Prasad explains that. Now, I'm going to just read a little bit of this because I asked you, what is glutamine? And right here, requirement of glutamine. All cancer cells require glutamine uptake and metabolism for their survival and growth. And then if you go down to the footnotes there, number 38, because it provides a source of energy and nitrogen for protein and nucleic acid synthesis that are essential for their survival and growth. Therefore, preventing the uptake of glutamine may cause the death of cancer cells. It has been demonstrated that reducing the availability of glutamine promotes radiosensitivity of prostate cancer. It has been shown that inhibition of glutamine metabolism increases the sensitivity of cross-positive pancreatic ductal, goodness. Anyway, you can just read through it. It's way above my pay grade, even pronunciation of these things. These studies indicate that the inhibition of uptake or metabolism of glutamine can cause the death of tumor cells. Based on the above studies, the questions arose whether high-dose antioxidants inhibit glucose and glutamine in cancer cells. Literature, such research revealed that they do. Some data are presented here. And then it goes through vitamin C. I'm giving you just a little taste of it. High dose. I mean, again, this is all, it's amazing. And then he gives all the footnotes to it, the proof, the receipts. You look at all these studies that he is putting forth. And just look at these studies that are out there. I want to draw your attention to number 31. When it says Prasad, K-N, well, what is that? Kedar N. Prasad. And it's not just him. Look at the other doctors that have contributed to this. But number 31 goes down. It says modification of the effects of, I just don't even, again, it's language way above my pay level, on human cells in culture by mixture of vitamins, nutrition, and cancer. Okay, it's just, you look at what is there. This speaks to those that understand. and it all comes right down. Look at the very last one, number 66. This is again our own Dr. Prasad in 2026. When we give out our disclaimer, we're talking about recent advances in research. There are doctors that on June 5th, when this went out, still haven't gotten to it in the stack of papers on their desk, or still haven't read through their emails. But look at what we have. This is 2026. Antioxidants with probiotics selectively kill cancer cells and enhance the effectiveness of cancer therapies on cancer cells without affecting normal cells. World Journal of Pharmaceutical and Life Sciences. And we have access to that as well. Again, Dr. Prasad is citing his very own work. And when was this published? In April. 1st of April. High-dose antioxidants with probiotics selectively kill cancer cells and enhance the effectiveness of cancer cell therapies on cancer cells without affecting normal cells. World Journal of Pharmaceutical and Life Sciences. You guys, it is just, again, amazing that we have access to it. I hope that I am encouraging you to go out, get this, download it, and share it with every one of your friends, because it may be that it's not them that is going through it, but they know somebody that is going through it. The only way that their prayers can or will be answered is through us. They're worried. They're in a state of fear. They're stressed out beyond the max. And that's just feeding the cancer. We need to go out there and offer them hope. Okay? I mean, what other company on earth has this type of marketing materials? I mean, if you're part of some of these other billion-dollar supplement companies and you're trying to get people to continue to take these substandard vitamins, and all they have are doctors or their formulators that are on staff that have only written books to quench the desire of their distributors, they're truly operating in a vacuum of understanding and information. And here we have access to Dr. Prasad that is publishing, that is getting patents, that is speaking around the world on our behalf. We just got to get out of our own way and share this. Go out. I mean, I can't, as an ambassador for Engage, say, go out there and start tacking this up on phone poles. But you've got to go out there and take a similar approach to let everybody know. This is June 26th. This article was published June 5th. And you can reference an article that was published April 1st. And it all goes back to what we have exclusively through Engage. I don't know how to get more to the point and take advantage of this Friday morning than to just encourage you to download that article and utilize it. Go out there and be the answer to someone's prayers. Go out there and give someone hope today. Or talk to somebody that may know somebody that you could give some hope to today. Are we trying to stop them from getting chemo and radiation? No, they're going to go through with it anyway. But what we have done is we've now armed us to say, hey, why not go into those procedures and improve that outcome? Have them read through this article and say, hey, doctor, you know what? I'm going to go through what you're suggesting, the chemo and radiation, but I want to go through it with an understanding that I could do my body will respond better. The cancer will die faster. All of this because we now have proof out of the mouths of 2 or more witnesses. And Dr. Prasad has just given you 66 different citations. Other scientists out there that now are believing what he has brought forward. It's just the doctors are not aware of it. We need to go out and do it. Gosh, goodness, you guys, I've just spent a half an hour just just puking on you. I apologize, but I hope it's driven home the point that we have something that no one else has when it comes to marketing products that can really make a difference in people's lives. Okay, I'm done.
Hey, Jeff.
Go on,
Wow.
Ian.
And I just posted it. I just posted it over in the group. So
Okay.
I'm kind of glad that I didn't post it yesterday. I think after this explanation, people will really understand what a powerful tool we have. So you guys, it's over in the WhatsApp group, so you can grab it. You can read it, you can share it. You can share it with some of your doctors, some of those professional folks that sometimes say no, you know. But yeah, thank you, Jeff, for all of that. Any questions, you guys, or comments?
Great information. You know, excuse me. You know, I feel sick sometimes when people don't listen, when you're trying to tell them to take this supplement. This will help you. It can't hurt you. Can't hurt you any more than the chemo's hurting you or the radiation that's putting you through. And it's like, well, let me see. Well, let me ask I'm just I'm overwhelmed because I have cancer people in my family or people who are suffering from cancer. I don't want to say I have cancer people who are suffering from this illness, and to watch them not want to take it, or I mean even curious to say, well, let me try it. Let me try it. The same way you try the vitamins off the shelf, or the same way you try the new product you saw on TV. Same thing. Same thing. Just try it. You may like it, or you may feel some difference in it. So, when I was told to try any of the supplements, I just took the word of the person. I trusted the person who said, go ahead and use it. And I found positiveness in it. And I was breathing easy. I was walking easier. My brain fog was gone. And I mean, I could go on and on with certain things. And it's like, what about it? Won't someone try it? At least try it. So thank you, Jeff. Thank you for that information.
Thank you, Kamalia. Anyone else have any comments?
Jeff, this was awesome. Oh my God. This would, oh, anyway, I will be talking to a lot of nurses who don't understand, and also to the doctors who don't want to listen. But this was awesome information. So thank you so much.
My pleasure.
It's interesting, Betty shared and Kamalita shared, and they're both in the medical field or were. So do you feel like the documentation would help a nurse or a doctor look at this differently?
Yes, I'm sending it to everybody. Definitely.
Okay.
And Jeff, also that information about stress. Oh, and the importance of CBD. Oh, I'm sending that to all my friends. So many people are just stressed out and they really need it. That was awesome. Awesome. Good presentation.
I'm
Thank
glad
you.
Catrice recorded this one. And also with Jonathan's series that he's done about the visceral fat, he's talked so much about stress. And when he added the CBD and the sleep boost, so that you can have your body in a situation where it's not so stressed. So yeah, there's so much that we have. And I honestly think that sometimes because, we talk to a few people and those are the people that we think are going to be excited and say yes, and they don't, then we get discouraged. But I was listening to one of my coaching sessions, and this gentleman shared with us, he said, yes, I got 18 people to say yes, but I called 100 people. So that meant he got 82 no's, but he still got 18 yeses. And I just think we have to keep sharing with more people. So, Dorothy, your mic is open.
Yes, I just I just want to say thank you. It was absolutely fantastic. So glad I had the opportunity to hop on this morning.
Yeah. So you see, Jeff, Friday is important. So you can't take us off the calendar. Anyone else before we close out this morning? Miss Omi,
Yes.
Fabia's got something to say. Brenda Terrell, Lady Brenda Terrell, go ahead.
Glorious morning, everyone. Again, I say kudos to Jeff as well. I'm just overwhelmed. I'm not in the medical terminology, so to speak, but what you explained brought tears to my eyes. And while you were talking, I'm sending it to one of my distant cousins, I guess you would say, that who said who was informed. I was informed rather that they had cancer, and I've been inviting them to these calls. So I immediately sent this information, and hopefully it will help. Um, to be honest with you, I said at least 100 people should have been here to hear this. Um, don't give up on us, Jeff. Continue doing what you're doing. We're going to get there. It may take a minute, but yes, we're going to get there to get this information shared. Thank you.
Thank you, Lady Brenda.
I agree.
All right. Yes, Mr. Wallace. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you. Diana Parker, your mic is open.
Yes, I agree as well. Good afternoon, good morning. I also have some questions that have to do with process. You all excuse me, I've got a little bit of congestion here. But I'm looking for some onboarding, some information regarding onboarding and getting my new affiliates, well, in particular one, ready to go. And I've noticed, I've missed, but I've noticed the very end of some emails, I think they were WhatsApp, that there was a series of maybe 4 or 5 emails that had to do with getting people started. Am I correct? Because I was not looking at all of them, just the last 2. Excuse me. I saw. Excuse me, y'all.
Okay, Diana, I will call you after the call and see
Thank
what
you.
we need to do to help you.
All right, thank you very much.
Okay.
But this has been, but per Jeff's call, amazing, really, really great information, and I'm glad that it was recorded. I hope we have an opportunity to replay some of that information. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for being with us today. I see Ashlyn on. Ashlyn, can you open up? I know we haven't seen you in a while. And then, of course, Tabia, get ready. Ashlyn, I don't know, he may not be in an area where he can unmute himself. There he is. Hey, Ashlyn.
Good morning, my good daily family.
How are
I'm
you?
back. I'm
Good
back.
morning.
I'm back after Melissa.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, you went through the hurricane.
Yes, and I just get back my internet at my home last week. So I'm back at Zoom. Great information. We can use this information because mainstream media doctor have been bombarding people with different things, and they have manipulated a lot of persons, and they believe that nothing else works but what conventional doctors say. And I believe time has come for us to wake up and start looking for different alternatives. And Dr. Prasad have something here that we can use.
Yes, yes. Well, we're glad that you're safe. We're glad that you're back. And I know I owe you a call as well. So I'll make sure that I reach out to you today.
Okay, then.
All right. Okay. Tabia? Is Tabia still with me? Yes, he is. Tabia, you got something to say?
No, not today, Corley. I mean, I always have something to say, but sometimes you kind of like feel like it's maybe best to let words that have been spoken previously or previously spoken words let that be in existence more so than what I might bring, if you know what I mean.
All right. That's fair.
Thank you
That's
for
fair. Well, we are used to hearing your voice. So if that is what your voice is saying today, we are good.
And we receive it. Thank you, Tobia.
Yeah. Okay. I think anyone else before we close out? Miss Omi must be in the field.
I have a question, Jeff. I
Yeah.
have to look at the cancer protocol again, but how much probiotic is recommended?
Everything is a 3. So you are 3 timesing the dose 3 times a day with the microdaily EMF, and Dr. Prasad prefers the hydro version. And it's 3 times the dose of the probiotics. And his recommendation is 1 in the morning and 2 in the evening, right before bed, so that you get those last capsules in where they can go uninterrupted by eating and drinking.
Very, very good. Well, I do have a testimony also I had planned to tell from my son today, but Jeff, with that information you gave, it just blew my mind. But anyway, my son has been taking the microdaily on a regular basis recently. Before, he was taking it here and there. And he said, Mom, do you realize I have not been sick in the past months? And I know it's due to that microdaily. He said, I have not been sick at all. So thank you to Dr. Prasad.
And if you feel something coming on, take some more. If you got congestion, somebody on here had some congestion, open up those capsules. Let them dissolve in your mouth, and that congestion will go away. So take more.
Right. Well, Jeff, I think again this was an outstanding call. Oh, there's Miss Omi. Miss Omi.
I'm just finishing my 3rd thing in the field today. Jeff, that was great information. We really appreciate it. You actually explained to me more why our cortisone level is so high as an ethnic group per se, because hypertension affects chronic diseases that's often found in our community. But the beautiful part to me is that you explain how and why, and then how we can really implement these micronutrients. And the other one is calming ourselves down, or you're not fight or flight all the time, because that was just good information for me. So I said, thank you so much. And I'm dealing with 3 brothers, all of them in the last 2 years, increase in cortisone level have increased the size of their belly. And they're doing a lot of work, but I know it's related to stress. So thank you so much for giving us this information that is more detailed. But the beautiful part about it, this has been my belief, but now the documentation may help some of the people that really need this information to come to the right side, because they've been on the other side, which is a lack of information. But I appreciate it. Good work for me. And I say thank you, and you're doing a good job, and keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. God bless. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, very good. And then I think I saw Diana, did your hand go up? Or was it going up because you had another question?
No, I was going to agree. Thank you.
Okay. All right. And we want to make sure, Diana, you're taking your product, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay. All right.
Extra
Yes.
product.
Extra product, Diana.
Three times
Extra,
today.
yeah, no, that's, yeah, I'm gonna have to
Times.
take extra.
Okay. Okay. Very good. Well, again, this has been a great Friday call. You guys, I always say this: show up because you never know what you're going to get. I didn't know what Jeff was going to share today. I do know he sent me that article yesterday, and I'm so glad after hearing your presentation, Jeff, that I didn't send it yesterday. I'm glad that you went through it. And now when I send it, people will actually take time to look at it, to share it. So thank you so much. I want to remind everyone that on Sunday, we're going to wind up the series. I'm not sure, well, this month anyway, on the Declaration Against Visceral Fat. And I think, Jeff, you will be hosting that, correct?
Correct. We're looking for testimonies. So any of you that feel comfortable and confident coming forward, even if you don't feel comfortable or confident, love to hear your testimonies.
Yeah. But definitely show up.
Oh,
Definitely show
definitely.
up because you never know what you're going to hear. Okay.
Right.
And
I
then
might,
of course, go ahead,
I
Jeff.
might, I might sneak a little bit of Dr. Prasad's paper in there because talk about a testimony. When you're willing to put that kind of information out there to all of your peers, I mean, yeah. So that's to me is a testimony, and it goes right hand in hand with this war on visceral fat.
Yep.
So
Yep. And if you haven't started, I posted all 3 sessions so you can watch them. You guys know how you like to binge watch that. And then you can look at, the recommendations that Jonathan makes. And for some of us, if you have reward points, you can use some of the reward points to get some extra product to try the new product. We're still getting really great reviews from the Mineral Boost and the Joint Boost. And Catrice shared this, and my mother kind of told me this, and I think a couple of other people have mentioned that, like, people's elimination seems to be much better, and constipation is a serious problem, especially as people age. So just know that. And if you haven't yet purchased it, make sure you invest in yourself and get you a bottle and see what will happen. And then Monday night, we're going to have Jeff. Now, you guys were excited about what happened today. So let's make sure that we take today's energy into our Monday night call. Okay, last Monday night we did pretty good with attendance, but I know we can double it. I know we can triple it. Let's make it happen. It only happens if we go out and share with other people. All right. So with that being said, who's going to help Mr. Wallace today? I don't see Fulvia. Who's helping Mr. Wallace? Who, you guys? Who has that strong voice that can do it? Miss Omi, you want to help?
I'll
Rita?
do it.
Betty says she'll do it. Oh, okay. Hold on. Well, her camera's not open, but okay. Go ahead, Betty.
Well, this
Miss
was
Betty.
absolutely a magnificent call. Oh, it was so great. That's why I love my Micro Daily Nutrient. Yes, I do.
All right, Mr. Wallace.
I love
Bring it home.
family too, y'all. Y'all ready?
Ready?
ready.
Go! Have a good Friday, everyone.
All right, you guys.
God bless y'all.
All right. Bye-bye.
God bless y'all. Have a good weekend.
Yeah.
God bless.
Thank
Yeah.
you,
Thank
Jeff
you,
and
Jeff. Great call.